And there's nothing to be. White guys can't dance. I just got to be free. Free. Yeah. And I just got to be free. Alright, let me see what I can do to seal here. Teasing hands on your mind. Alright. I'm learning, you know, I'm trying to up the quality of my video production. Okay, so Bruce, as I recall, 1983, I'm doing my job as the tenant construction coordinator, and I walk into one of the shops. I can't remember. I actually think it was the Bon designed by Don Huff. And for the life of me, I can't remember that general contractor. Man, I thought you were running the job. You seem like the only one with any brains between him and Huff. Anyway. Wow. How's that? I don't know what was more fun back then. The late night card games in Denver or wherever we would pick one up, or watching the Smurfs early Saturday morning when Hanna-Barbera was your tenant in the Daniels and Fisher building. And they would leave you that cassette to watch. That was so fun. And what I think was probably the most fun was the frame of mind. We were free. We were free to think about those Smurfs and the personalities of Papa Smurf and Grumpy and how they related to real people. Oh, man. You can run, but you can't hide. But no more running, no more hiding. Okay, so the deal is with that barefoot water skiing, that guy is doing it on the end of a boom with a very short rope. So you've got like this stiff boom with a short rope, and yeah, you got to be in good shape and you got to know what the hell you're doing. But it's like night and day compared to me trying to teach you on the end of a long line, kicking off a slalom ski. I'll never forget the day that I learned. The guy's a dentist now, lives out on Lake Sherwood. Larry Betzworth, we were gymnastics buddies together. I'm down on the end of my dock. Larry is naked, skiing backwards, barefooted. He looks up like this. He had a funny little cigarette in his mouth. Oh, I don't know what that could have been. But anyway, after a 6-pack of beer, watching him do a couple face plants, and then me doing it, that's how I learned how to barefoot. Oh man, when I see you, when I come up to Mount Shasta and see you, remind me to show you my leg. One of the worst injuries I've ever had in my life was learning how to do a deep water start, where you start off skipping across the water without a ski, stand up. I learned how to do that in the deep water channel. We used to call it the warm water channel when I lived out in Los Angeles. Oh man, this was really a cool place. My neighbor, his uncle was Captain Gates, whose brother was whatever the guy's name Gates was, that was the captain of the police force out there. And actually, those people ended up being very good connections for me in the long run, living in Los Angeles. But you could go back there, and there was like a rule, you know, if there's another boat back there, okay, look, it's one guy down at the channel. So you go down, there's a place you can turn around, boom, go back, and then it's like glass every time. You know, you always had, you had privacy, and who knows what water we were. I mean, it was supposed to be just water. They're coming from the electrical plants, but who knows what was in that water. But man, it was warm because you could ski year round. Not like winters are tough in LA anyway. So one day I'm out there with a friend of mine named Jeff Probasco up. We were skiing by Chico, and they had a boom and on the end of their boat. And I'm telling you, the boom is so easy. I'm like holding on to the boom with one hand, barefoot. It's like, okay, yeah. So you fall, you just grab the boom, pick yourself back up, kind of slide around. And so it's a different animal, face plant after face plant compared to that. You know, you just drag your feet, lift yourself back up, boom, you're down the road again. But hey, let's quit having these videos be our connection. I know I got to get my ass out there. There's not a lot of reasons when you have when you basically now are owning like the head of a town at the base of Mount Shasta, owning 1/10,000th of all the water rights in California. Man, I missed the boat not getting into that deal. I feel like that Jim Carrey guy in Liar Liar, you know, where he's kicking his ass. He goes, "What are you doing in there?" "I'm kicking my ass." That's what I feel like doing after not getting in that deal. But hey, here's the way I look at it. I'm 1 year old today. I got a whole lifetime ahead of me. I can make some deals. I'm making a deal today, a merger and an acquisition. I'm going to have to call on the powers of Robert Austin McClure, my dad, who used to put together all these deals for a communication conglomerate. Actually, he created the conglomerate. Actually, you got to come to Topeka. I want to show you the Harry Calmary Memorial. This guy wrote the GI Bill of Rights here in Topeka and negotiated the Philippine Treaty. Well, Bruce, I love you. You've been a dear friend of mine. The butterfly effect. You know, every day that I'm clean and sober, which is every day. And trust me, I'm not a hater. I don't regret all the fun that I had to get here. And, you know, people that can use drugs responsibly, I'm okay with that. It just doesn't fit my life. But it's helping me piece back together this butterfly effect of life. How certain people that show up in your life and why they show up and when they show up. And sometimes how you can't wait for them to show back up. Anyway, I know I will be out in Mount Shasta pretty soon. Oh. Salmon fishing. Now that was a day of days. I'll never forget that. Leaving in Sausalito. I think I was living in LA at the time. That was so fun. I remember when we caught that first fish, you know, we were out in the bay, just a little west of the Golden Gate. And the first fish that got caught was great because they just opened it up and ate it sushi style. And plus, I love the fact that those people got seasick, and then you got to catch over your limit. You just got to keep fishing. That was fun. Man, what a great night. I still cook my salmon exactly the way you taught me to that day. I mean, a little olive oil, a little salt and pepper, a little lemon, a little white wine. Actually, a little of the white wine actually got out the fish. There was no way I could sit there and type this response. But, man, I'd like to give you a big hug. You're a great guy, and hope you and your family are doing great. And I look forward to seeing you in the real near future. Edry McClure.